Hi guys, so sorry this video is coming out a little bit late today, but you know how it goes. So I'm gonna try out, I had shown you guys this morning a haul, and I had shown you that I still have these things from like when they first came in, these sub boxes. This is the Crafter's Companion sub box number 35, and I think this is from April. I have the one from March, which is the pop-up words, but I kind of want to play with this one before I play with that one, so I'm gonna do this. If I have any links for, you know, any of the items that I use, they'll be in the description box. Those are affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. This kind of thing you can sometimes find like a Tuesday morning. They have some extras on Crafter's Companion site, on a site called like Paper Wishes on scrapbook.com. They're carrying them more and more here and there, but again, this one's kind of a little bit older, so I am busting it out today. I had mentioned that I do have a ton. Obviously I have them from number 1. I think I've returned a few, but if you guys want to see any of the other boxes, let me know, and if I have it, I'll bring it up, because some of them I just, you know, I didn't even open them because I didn't even unbox them or do anything with them, and some that I did unbox, and anyway, I never opened this one, so let's open it up. Oh goodness. Okay, so we have some dewdrops, and I used to cut them and then that didn't seem good, so I started just pulling them open, and now I'll just start destroying them. Alright. So those cute little dewdrops, you just pop them on here and there. They kind of remind me of those, what were they called? Those things that used to pop out and then you put the little, like your whatever it is that you cut out. Epiphany Crafts, I think was the company. Metal dies. And then you would put a little pop dot like that on top and it would look like a cute little thing. They had all sorts of different dies, punches that you would buy to work with them. And then now, of course, all the ones I have are yellow. So the time came and went. I didn't use them because that's what we do, right? And now they're all yellow, so okay, so we have metal dies. I don't know. Let's go through the stamps. And then this is the penny slider. So I love a penny slider card. They're so cute. Sorry, this is just... Oh, and I look at the little subject matter on this one. We have the little dolphin, we have the little mouse, unicorn, rainbow, chocolates. I was like, a tree? Joshua tree? No, it's like a coral reef type of thing. Sprinkles, hearts, some sentiments. Card blanks. Oh, you know what? I think they... well, before I speak, let's look. Honestly, I feel like these are 4x6. Yeah, these are 4x6 cards, and I think they do that with us. Yeah, card blanks. Okay, so 6x6 and 5x7. And then envelopes for all those things. And then our papers. So I'm going to put these things back. Actually, yeah, I'll probably use the 4x6 card. And before we do anything else, because I'm going to use the paper, I'm sure. I just want to see kind of what they show on the front here. Oh, they have the square card here. And this is probably a 5x7. Hoping this 4x6 works. I'm sure it will. Oh, you know what? Okay, there. I didn't go back to the dies because it didn't make sense without obviously looking at this. So we have the animal shapes, and then we have the slider part of it, right? I have a really cute set from Elizabeth Crafts, though, that has all kinds of different sliders, and I think Stamps of Life had a slider card set. I mean, everybody does, but this is from like a long time ago. Because even the ones I got from Elizabeth Craft Design were like on clearance for like a couple bucks. And that one's cute, if you guys remember the little monkey I tried out. Alright, so here are the papers. Sorry, I'm definitely fanning myself with this paper. These lights are so hot. I thought LED lights weren't supposed to be like hot, but they are. Okay, so we have this one here. It's like pinky peachy color with the little confetti dots, and then we have like this little squiggly, the mustard color. I think it's cute. This is I love the color palette. Little chevron, a little bit different, and then this cool one. This kind of more like water, I guess, like with the little dolphin, and then this pretty palette. Paper. I don't know what I was going to say. There it is. You guys are so funny. I was reading all the comments and trying to respond to as many as I could from this morning from the haul that I showed from HSN. Not from Craft Day, but obviously. Actually, more than half the stuff I ordered for Craft Day is already shipped out, so hopefully I get it pretty soon. Usually the Anna Griffin stuff comes in really fast, but a lot of that stuff is on extended delivery. But they sent me a message, a couple of emails today, so hopefully I might even have some stuff tomorrow. We'll see. Ooh, yeah, I like this. I love this. Look at that deep, deep color with the coral. I love this. Yay! I know sometimes they'll have some pretty papers and then like this doesn't match or something. And this is nice and thick too, which is good. Okay, well, it's too late to return it, even if I didn't like it, so I'm gonna put that to the side, put my papers to the side. I was like, it's kind of interesting on all of them, they have the white paper in front of the pattern paper, because the pattern paper is also thinner. This is a nice cardstock, but I guess because they built the scenes on that, you know? So, I mean, we can do whatever we want, but I guess that's kind of what I'm gonna have to do. I'll probably do something like, I want to do the unicorn, but you know what? That's so cute. Let's do something like this one. I guess it's gonna look more like this one, really. So, alright. I'm not gonna put on this card base, because we're gonna need that. And it didn't come with white paper, right? I didn't see any. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some stamping paper. I did find this stamping paper, and I'm sure if you want to order it from, like, Crafts Companion, but on, this is 50 pages. And I've only used a couple of them, so hopefully you can kind of see what that looks like. On HSN, it's 200 pages, or sheets, and I did find a link for it. So I will include that for you guys if you're interested in this stuff. It is really smooth, it is really nice. I think it's probably comparable or maybe even better than Nina paper. I am a huge fan. I'll show you guys the other card, the other stamping card that I used from theirs is like that thick, like 300 GSM, which I loved. I was always like, this is so great, but I think since it's getting older, whenever I use it, and I have to like make an interactive card where I'm bending some things maybe on that paper, or if even putting a lot of like water on it, it starts falling apart, like tearing. So, which is weird. It wasn't doing that before. So I don't know if it's because, you know, I live in San Diego, it's a little bit humid. I was like, maybe the humidity's gotten to it. I don't know. So I think this has a better texture for if you are going to have to fold it or do something else with it. Even it's not thin, but it's just a nice weight. So we'll see. I'll keep using it and I'll update you guys, because the other stuff was what I used all the time. Okay, this is 4x6, right? 4x6. We want some of that cute paper to show. We also need to build the scene, and this thing needs to have room to do its thing, right? So if we have 4x6, let's say 5. Where's 5? 5's here. Ooh, that'd be kind of tight, huh? It'll work. Only because that way if I use the blue paper or something else, it'll actually show up, because if we make it too tight, you're not even going to see the background paper, right? So this might be a bad idea, but let's say 5, and then the other one's going to be 5.5. Yeah. Okay, 5. Again, I keep convincing myself what I want to do here. 4x6. I don't want it to be 5x3, do I? Ooh, I guess I'm going to have to. Because otherwise the proportions are off, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't really like that. So, we're not going to have a lot of scene to build, you guys. Let me put this paper back over here with the other paper, because we do not want to waste that. And I'm going to get this out, even though I don't think I'm really going to do a lot of over-stamping. So, I pulled out this guillotine because it's small and it's right here, but I have my tonic one too, which I prefer. But that is the newer small one that I got, because I had a small one before that started doing wonky, weird things, and it's not because it's not tight and the little nuts and bolts and all that. I've done that. It just doesn't work very well. You have to like really push it towards the blade. So that's a tip if you are having problems with your guillotine like this one. As you're cutting, you know, you hold this, you hold your paper and you're slicing, but pull it like this way, like towards the blade as you're doing that. That way you get a better crisp cut. But even at that, sometimes it doesn't work, so that's all I'm saying about that. Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. You know what's funny? This doesn't even have instructions, right? I know you're supposed to put foam or a penny or whatever, and like, that's kind of interesting. It doesn't say anything. I know they have videos, and I haven't watched them, of course, and I've done this on my own before, but even the one from, that I picked up that was, like, super cheap from, not LDRS, from, Elizabeth Craft Design was, yeah, this is so weird. You think it might come with some foam or something to help you out, but nope. Okay, so, let's think. We're gonna, oh, you know what? I need to stamp my little guy. I probably should get a scrap of paper, but I have this one here. I like to work with scraps, that way I'm not wasting, like, a nice piece of paper. This is going to be our little background, so whatever happens to this and gets cut, I'm okay with it, because I don't really know where that slider is going to be. Maybe I should cut that first, but I'm going to go ahead and make my little scene. So let's grab this, and this. Ugh, I still have stuff on here from yesterday's video. I'm going to use a hybrid ink, and somebody asked me, could I talk more about hybrid inks? So I kind of talk about this almost every time I've used it because I have this, I have Tonic, has hybrid ink. I have this one from Spellbinders, which, oh that's right, I mentioned earlier today, which I totally forgot until later. Spellbinders is having like markdowns. They also have 25 off of a $100 cart, which also includes free shipping with that. Once you hit 75, like 100, 25 off. And that includes your club discount if you're a club member. Anyway, they never have the black ink in, so I'm always looking for it because I really like their squid ink. These are all hybrid inks, meaning I don't really know what they're made of. Because I have other inks where it's like, oh, it's so, oil-based, or it's water-based, or it's, whatever. Acid-free and archival, waterproof, alcohol marker-friendly once dry. And see, and I didn't even read that before, but I always just let it dry anyway because I feel like the ink is kind of wet. So, gotta let it dry. Fade and smear resistant, heat set on glass, fabric, wood, plastic, metal, and clay, not to be taken internally. Well, thank you, I'm not gonna eat it. Now I know not to eat it, you guys. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. You can use this ink. You can use water-based markers, your oil pastels, your alcohol ink markers, your watercolors, anything that's water or, well, oil pastels are a little different, but, and alcohol ink. You can use this. Otherwise, you have to get specific ink. So I'll show you if I have any, like this one. This is alcohol-proof dye ink from Spectrum Noir, from Crafter's Companion. So this is for your alcohol ink, right? Pens and stuff. And this one's waterproof, and this is Pebble. I don't know why I have that. I hardly ever use it, but this is the color Pebble. And this one you would use with water-based markers and watercolors. So you can buy specific inks, or you can buy a hybrid and you can stamp with them. And there's some inks like this right here is Crafter's Companion Quick Dry ink. So this is what she, like if Sarah was to just do some stamping, they prefer to use this because it stamps and it dries really fast. Like you just stamp it, you can rub your hand over and it's dry. The water based inks, like what you would consider a distress ink, I guess. I mean, just your basic. So like these inks, they're kind of like your water-based distress inks by like Tim Holtz, which they are not carrying on Spellbinder's site. I just saw that. They're water-based, and you can play with them. You can put water and they react and all that kind of stuff. So they're a little bit different. They stay more wet. They usually want to repel if you're trying to stamp with them, but they can still stamp. It just is not like the crispest, cleanest stamp. I mean, there's tons of inks. VersaFine, like stays on, things that are made for slick surfaces, anyhow. Alright, but I digress. Let's get this. So I'm just going to build up a little scene that our little dolphin's going to hang out on. And start with there. I probably should have started a little bit lower. So I'm not really overlapping them, but a little bit. Now if you really wanted to, you would have to fussy cut around these things so that if you overlapped it, you're building up a scene. But I don't think I want to do that with this. So I'm going to put this here. Cute. Now, I'm just going to wipe this. But if it had stained at all, like if it really stuck on there, I always have alcohol in a spray bottle because I do my nails and a lot of times I need that. And so I just spray the little alcohol on there and it really breaks down that hybrid ink. And maybe even on here. It cleans up off here pretty good, but let's say you needed it. You see how it just reacts and it starts coming up. I didn't clean this the other day when I used the oil pastels. So that's what I would do. And what else? Let's see. Oh, a little fishy. Little fishy, little bubbles. So we have a fish and we have some bubbles here. So let's get little fishy. Ooh. Let's get him and a little buddy, and hopefully I don't need to cut into that. So I'm just going to do those two. And then I have the little bubbles. Oopsie. Do bubbles go from small to large or large to small? Small to big, huh? I always feel like I stamped them wrong. And we'll just have this little... He just has a couple there. I guess this guy can have some over here. We didn't forget his little bubbles. Oh no! Well, guess what? That's where the dye's gonna go. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I just got some ink where I did not want it. Okay, let me put this stuff away, and oh, nope. We're gonna stamp our dolphin. We're gonna cut him out, but for now I'll just stamp him. Anyway, I've had a great time reading your guys' comments about yesterday, and some of you guys were really good, and some people went buck wild like I did, and somewhere in between too, right? Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm gonna assume these are dry. Let's see. I have my little markers and things here, and let's try the coral color. We have light, medium, and dark, and coloring coral, is that too expected? So I'm just going to go through and kind of have some fun here, and I can color them different colors. Oh, the other part of it. Actually, the other part of it could be a different color too, but that's okay. So there's that. Oh, someone's coming through. I have my window open, which I don't normally do, but since this is kind of a warm day, why am I going with medium? You know why? Because it's kind of small and kind of tight, so I was thinking I don't really need the darker color. And I'm just adding color here and there. I'm not even paying attention to kind of, I guess, on the bottom side of it. Does that make sense? Like what's facing down? I'll go back to the light color and pull some of that out. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and color everything in. I'll use some of the sapphire blue on this little guy and color my little fishies. Maybe we'll do some distress inking just to add like a blue color in the background, and I'll be right back. So I am done with that. I'm going to put down my dirty mat. This is the one I usually blend on, if not my paper mat or something else. Lots of mats. And I am just going to, I should have probably grabbed this before, get some ocean blue water reactive ink. I had brought it out earlier. And then I put it away. Alright, let me get something to finish that up. And then, you know, it's gonna be a quick little card. So that's good. I don't want to go too dark, especially because I already colored the little guy. Oh, I do not like that. See how it touched really hard right there? That kind of bothers me, but what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna do very little around these little guys. But that's what's nice about the hybrid inks, is like I just came in here with a water-based, you know, this stuff, and it's not gonna hurt anything. I'm gonna come in here a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, and since this is a water-based ink, we want to have a little fun. Let me get some water, and it should not obviously make the alcohol ink react, but we're just going to put some drops here and there. And then bring back dirty little paper towel. Just suck up whatever we did there. Okay, I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to cut this little guy out. Let's see how much, if I need an aperture or not. No, I can see right through that. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to tape that down. I'm going to cut him out. And put two little pieces here. And on this guy, so, you know, where do you want your slider? Do you want him to actually, I think I actually want him to have like more movement than if he was just going back and forth. I mean, you can do it straight across too if you would like. Let's do a little bit like that. That way he gets a little more, what's that word? Oh, so the word I'm looking for is momentum. Alright, so I'll run this through the marquee because these are small things. And cut this out and run it through. And I will be right back. And when I come back, I'll have papers cut down, you know, so we can layer up the card and all that. And I'm kind of curious if this should be like on the cover here. You don't have to do things like the way they do it. I mean, it's just an example. But like they cut through both layers of that cute paper plus the other. But I think we're going to get around that a different way. Alright, I'll be right back. As I'm cutting the papers, I can see some of these aren't really that coordinated. Like this blue and the blue that's in the thing not quite the same. And this, of course, what I did is just something I threw together, so it's not gonna, but that's okay. So we could have run these through together like this so that the hole is in both cards. But since I didn't do that, what I was saying is we can get around it. Oh, I don't know, I like the way the guillotine. I'm gonna use it this way. Look how I made it all white, and I guess I could distress the whole thing. But I'm gonna just gut it. So I'm going to take my craft knife, and I haven't done this in a while. Where is something? This. I don't want to cut into this mat for the same reason I don't want to get it too dirty, even though it's literally a cutting mat, but that's okay. I got this like at Tuesday morning years ago, and I never used it, but I knew I had put it here for the reason is that I should use it. So I'm just going to take away like this, pretty close to the edge, because that little slider is also going to be maybe making contact with this, so I don't want to put too close. Like, I don't want to leave too much room. Oh, I might have cut that one a little bit too. Let's see how I did. Not bad. Alright, okay, I guess I can take this off. Now, I haven't made one of these in a while, so I'm just trying to think about it. I'm like, I know I need a penny, but then I realized I need 2 pennies, and then I realized I don't really have a lot of money on me, so I had to go look, because I don't really keep cash on me. But I did have some change, and I found 2 pennies. And one is super old, and the other one's a little nicer, so we'll see. Alright. Let's stick these guys together. So I'm going to put glue, not that glue, this glue, on the edge of this, since I only have very little of the other thing left. And I'm just going to match that up. Aww, that looks really sweet already. So I'm just going to let this dry before I really manipulate it, just because I cut it and I made it super weak. But again, you can double this up and then cut at once both sections. And then this, and since we're going to use this on our card base, which I don't even know where I put the card base already. Maybe I never grabbed one, but if I did, I'd put it somewhere else. This little cutie. So I cut, let's talk about those sizes. If you remember that first one, I cut it pretty small, 3 by 5, right? This one is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, and this one is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So I'm going to glue this down real well. And we're almost done. We have those cute little bubbles, of course a sentiment. I don't know if I'm going to put a sentiment on it today or yet. A lot of times I leave a sentiment off because I can use it later and I don't know what I want it to say, so if I put like happy birthday, it has to be a birthday card, right, for later. And we're going to put those on there. Okay. I'm trying to think how I want to glue this guy on here. You know what? The other day I used some of this stuff. Okay, I'm going to use this stuff, even though I always forget to use it. And I think this comes off of here. I don't know why I'm so Nessia and Smash, like stubborn to put it on here, but it comes off of there. It's just double-sided, super sticky tape. So this is going to have its own height. I am going to use this stuff. This is some Crafter's Companion roll, and you see how thick it is? Now, this is the bummer. I need this to be thicker. So maybe I might double this up, only because it's so thin. The little dots that I have are pretty thick. And these are from Diamond Press, I believe. I don't know if you can see. And when I say pretty thick, I mean they're just like this. They're thicker. But you need this, what's going to hold this down, to be higher up. So now I'm thinking, maybe, no, that's not going to work. It's like, maybe I'll use this for the penny, but no, I think I'm going to double this up. It's going to be really high. You don't need it to be that high. You just need it to be a little bit higher than what you're putting down here, because you're also putting a penny behind here. And I know it might not make sense, but this is how you do any penny slider. And let's say you make your own aperture, you can still do this kind of thing. So, we need a penny. We need to have this stuff. And you kind of want it to be round so that it'll move smoother. Like if I was just to cut a square, it's not going to move as smoothly. If you want this, like right now, it's going to spin and slide because it's only the one little dot, and it's going to just kind of let it go down this area. If you want it to just be going straight up and down, like you don't want him to spin around as he's sliding, you would put 2. just move this over and put 2 foam dots, and it'll just kind of glide through here. But I think it's better with the one. And oops, no. Put that behind here. Yeah, you don't want to just stick them together because then that makes no sense. All right, so for each of these cards, you're going to be using 2 pennies. And I was going to stick this on here, and I think I am going to stick it on with some heavier duty stuff. So I'm just going to eyeball that. I guess I could put on the penny, but putting it on here, kind of eyeballing where that might end up. And hopefully this will stay on. I don't know. I can't remember what I used last time. I probably used the wet glue because that's the kind of thing I do, but I can't think right now what wet glue I would use and feel like this is going to be good. You know? Alright. And I'm just hiding the penny and making sure. Oh, I didn't have to stick them down quite yet, but look at that. I mean, it's just you guys. So what I'm trying to say is if you put foam, it's still going to want to go, because look, that's even flat. Because the pennies give me that slickness, right? And I suppose, in a way, the paper kind of helps push it up. So maybe it'll be okay with just one layer of this. I don't want to make it too high. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. I'm just going to frame this out, you guys, and I will be right back. And we're pretty much done. So it worked up pretty quickly. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just picking this stuff off, and I'm going to do one more. So cute. I love the little animals that are in this, so this is great. Now, I don't really have to stick it down. What we can do is try it and see what we think. Oh, okay, it still works. And you know what's funny? It works actually better when it was a little bit flatter, didn't it? Interesting. I was going to put a little more glue up here and here, dimensional adhesive, but for now, I think that's going to be fine. Oh, look at him. Yeah, he's moving really fast. There he goes. I guess it's because I'm trying to hold it for the camera, and it's a weird angle. But if I hold it for myself, you see, he does really well. This way, he just kind of wants to slide around. But, you know, obviously your recipient's going to have it in front of them like this. Very cute. I'm glad I kept this one, or at least, I mean, I knew I was going to keep it because of the subject matter. It's adorable. So hopefully that helped you guys out, especially since they don't have any instructions in these. And I don't know why for this one it really surprised me, because this one does need instructions. You know, sometimes it's like, okay, let's just be creative. Do what you're going to do. But this one, you definitely need some instruction. But since I made them before, I kind of had an idea of where we were going with it. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I will see you all tomorrow, and tomorrow, you know, it always depends when you're watching this video, obviously. I will be opening up those Anna Griffin shutter cards, which I just realized when I was like, is this an auto ship? Like, I don't remember, you know. Okay, I had the auto ship for the dies, for her shutter card dies, but this is the first one. It just came out. So when they were talking about it, I guess yesterday on HSN, I went to, when I went to get the links earlier for when I did the haul, they were presenting it again, you know, obviously not with auto ship because that was when they first launched it. And I was like, oh, okay, so basically it's just in now is what happened. Even though I ordered, I guess, last craft time, the last month, I'm assuming. So that's why I was kind of confused by that. I'm like, I don't remember seeing another, or maybe it was this auto ship. I have no idea. There's so many things coming in, but I really do think that was the first one of the auto ship, because the next one is going to be in August? No, that sounds right. And I think it's like a... Anyway, I saw the ones for the auto ship that are coming up, and they're really cute. Maybe I'm getting totally confused. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They're beautiful. I'm going to start working on those tomorrow with... I think I'm going to do both videos tomorrow because I really want to get to it. So, the shutter card set, and then the pop-up set. So pretty. So yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just wrapping it up because it's a little bit warm in here. I didn't even think, okay, so, you know, you can put some little dewdrops here and there just to make it cuter. And then, you know, your sentiment, for me, it'd probably be over here or up here even, but you want to make sure it's clearing his tail and everything, right? So as you're looking at it, it's like, okay, his tail kind of comes here. You can probably right up here somewhere. Or just stamp on it, right, with black ink before you put it together. Or just have your sentiment inside. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.